One of the more exciting times in your piping career is when you come to own your first set of pipes. And I would recommend that you take some advice from an expert before you embark on this. It's a lot of outlay, a lot of money, and you want to be sure that you get it right. If you're a beginner, I would recommend that you start off at the level 1 in production. Basic mounts, all of the basic sort of imitation ivory and wood mounts and nickel silver mounts. And then as you progress in your career, you can work towards a more expensive set if that's what you wish. I'm often asked about second-hand bagpipes, so you need to be very careful here. You could sometimes be putting a lot of expense out on an instrument which is just going to be someone else's trouble that you're buying. So be very careful when you buy second-hand pipes. You must make sure there are no cracks in them and that they're generally in very good order. Otherwise you could get real problems later on. Having said that, you may be lucky and come upon a set that was played by a well-known piper or played in a grade 1 pipe band at a very high level, and that instrument is going to come to you with some pedigree and therefore may well be worth spending that little bit more money on than you would normally. But by and large, start off at the bottom level, and as your career progresses, you can invest in an instrument of higher value. We're going to have a look now at 2 or 3 different types of bagpipes, just to let you see the variety that's available to the prospective buyer. In this set here, you'll see we have plain silver ferrules and tuning slides, and imitation ivory projecting mounts. And this set will be slightly cheaper than the more elaborate sets that we're going to see in a moment, but probably mid-range, not as expensive as them, but more expensive than the basic set, which would come without the tuning slide, metal tuning slide cover here, and possibly with imitation ivory ferrules. In this set, you'll see highly decorative silver on the ferrule and the tuning slide, and real ivory on the projecting mount. And this is rarer today because of the conservation needs, but again much more expensive than the set that you've just seen because of the detail in the silver obviously, and obviously the real ivory. It's often the case that manufacturers will keep the best bits of Blackwood back for use in the top of the range sets, so that's something worth bearing in mind. And often these sets are played by the top professional pipers, silver and ivory. This set is what we would call the top of the range set. It's a full silver set of bagpipes, engraved silver ferrule, engraved silver tuning slide. You can just see the hall marking there. And if it's a UK manufactured bagpipe, it has to have this hall marking, so make sure you look out for that if it's real genuine sterling silver, and a silver projecting mount. But this is something that you might want to aspire to one day, but it's not absolutely necessary that you have to own a set of this class, this quality, to sound good. Many people like to have this instrument, and certainly a very fine investment if you get a good set, something which will hold its value for years.